Hey Pokefans, Alex here, and in the last episode we stormed Sunny Shore's gym after exploring the city. Hey, did you know it's famous for seals? Anyway, we're right here and we're ready to go. I trained up my team just a little bit. His highest Pokemon is level 50, so as you can see, I am not over-leveled. Not by a long shot. However, this should be a really fun gym battle and I'm looking forward to it. The ground type is up first, Torterra, so let's see how we do. Alright, Challenger. It's not often, but some trainers manage to come and challenge me. But they've all been boring battles. I didn't break a sweat beating them. I'm Volkner, the gym leader. They say I'm the top gym leader in Sinnoh, but... Anyway, I guess we'd better get this done. I hope you're the trainer who will make me remember how fun it is to battle. Alright, he has a tough pose and wicked sideburns. And he's... I love that. Jolteon, the evolved form of Eevee using a Thunderstone. Pretty easy to obtain. Its defense isn't the best, but I'm surprised to, or I guess I'm looking forward to seeing what Volkner has up his sleeve for dealing with a ground type. One hit knockout. I didn't expect anything less. As I've mentioned numerous times, Earthquake has 100 power, and with Stab, should be pretty decent. Now, Raichu, I believe, has Dig. Also not the best with defense. Hey, if it ain't broke. Signal Beam. Now, Signal Beam is not super effective against ground types. So I wonder how it could have predicted that I was going to be a grass type. Alright, let's see how much this does. One hit knockout again. And I expected this to be more interesting. His Diamond and Pearl team that I mentioned in the last episode was actually more exciting. Luxray. Let's do this. In Diamond and Pearl, he had an Octillery, the Water Octopus, and an Ampipom, the normal cow thing. Okay. Now, we're going to start off with a Brick Break just to see how much this does. I don't want to use close combat too quickly because it lowers defense and special defense, so I want to be pretty sure. Knows Fire Fang? Wow. I might survive this. Okay. I get it, you guys are tough, but we can match your toughness. Alright, close combat for the win. Or at least it would be. He has another Pokemon. Pretty sure he's the only gym leader to have 4 Pokemon. How many did Candace have? Oh well. Electivire. This is his ace on the hole, level 50. Be warned. In fact, I'm actually going to keep Sharpie out. And I'm going to heal up Torterra. This is it, my trump card. Alright. Let's do this. Fire Punch. That's already pretty dangerous against Torterra. So I wonder what's going to happen. Obviously, Crobat and Milotic are weak against electric types, so this is really, I have to survive this Fire Punch. And then this might not even faint it. It's barely under half. Or I guess technically over half. Come on. I one-shotted his entire team, in essence, except for the Luxray, but I did that so that Heracross could have some experience. You've got me beat. Your desire and the noble way your Pokemon battled for you? I even felt thrilled during our match. That was a very good battle. Okay. I was nervous about this. That was the most fun I've had in a battle since I don't know when. It's also made me excited to know you and your team will keep battling to greater heights. This is your 8th gym badge. You've earned this. And we have all 8 gym badges. The Beacon badge lets you use the hidden move Waterfall even when you're not in a battle. Waterfall happens to be key if you're going to the Pokemon League. Also, because you've collected all 8 badges, any Pokemon at any level will now obey you without fail. I want you to take this too. We got TM57, which is Charge Beam. He didn't have a chance to use it on us. I think it has a 60-70% chance to raise special attack, so it's pretty good. What else does he say? Your next step is the Pokemon League Challenge. It's time for you to cross the sea and win your way through the gauntlet that is Victory Road. Demonstrate to the Pokemon League your mastery of your team. Against you, even the Elite Four will be pushed to fend off your challenge. That's very interesting. Yeah. So, what are we going to do for the remainder of the episode? Well, I guess we have no choice but to go into the Pokemon League. But, we have to first get out. Wish there was like a faster way of getting out, like there was in all the gym leaders, or gyms. Oh, Alex, did you beat the gym leader? Well, of course you did. But you know what? You haven't made it in my mind yet. Excuse me? Do you know why? Because you and your Pokemon are capable of achieving so much more. But I am proud of you. 8 Sinnoh badges. Way to go, kiddo. Kinda hurtful. Okay, so for once, this is the only gym where you can get certified before Tyson. And your next step is going to be all the way down here, and you basically just go up north. And keep going north, and north, and north, and north. But before you do... Hey, Alex! What the... You went and got all 8 gym badges of Sinnoh! Aw, you... That's wicked! I envy you. But don't think you've won. Because I'm going to be the toughest trainer ever, you watch me! Before I was dreaming, I just wanted to be like my dad. Now things are different. I thought about what being a trainer involves. I thought about what Pokemon are. We're going to get tougher one step at a time. I'm not going to challenge you to a battle now. I hate to say it, but I know you're tougher than me. But not a whole lot tougher, just a little. Our difference is about a yard. Nah, not even an inch. What I'm trying to say is that I will catch up to you in no time. If you don't hurry to the Pokemon League, I'll leave you in my wake. That was a long and eloquent speech. I guess Jasmine recognized that. Was that your friend? Seeing how you two got along made me happy somehow. Must be wonderful having a friend like that. What, competitive and ambitious? A person that you can share anything and everything with. Lady, I don't know what you just witnessed, but a person you can compete with without fighting. It made me feel sort of warm seeing you two. It may seem odd, but I'd like you to have this as my thanks. This isn't much, but... Lady, that was a lot. HM07 is Waterfall. You can't progress without Waterfall, but we got it nonetheless. And Jasmine, gym leader of another region, wishes us good luck. Now, we do have to teach Waterfall to one of our Pokemon, but I'm kind of skeptical to teach it to Milotic. Honestly, I don't mind, at least for the time being. I mean, just look at Milotic's attack. Pathetic, right? It's 60, its special attack isn't much better, but I guess we're just gonna kind of deal with it. But yeah, we have a lot of training to do. But before that, we're going to go all the way back to Twin Leaf Town. I'm making this story up as I go. I don't really know what I want to do. But what I do want to do before long is say hi to her mom. Hi, Mom. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Thanks. I'm doing okay. How are the ladies at book club? Okay. The reason that I wanted to do that was because we are going to traverse Sinnoh again, but this time keeping in mind that we're going to explore all the areas with rock climb and waterfall. But there is one area that we did not need rock climb or waterfall for, and that was right after we saved the world. Right, remember in Sandgem Town when Professor Rowan was like, hey, Alex, I had something else to mention to you. Well, this is the thing he was talking about. So, the lake waters are now at an accessible level to you. I'm going to put down a max repel, and we're just going to kind of take a look. Alright. Okay, but first, of course, we have to teach Waterfall to a Pokemon. I don't want to teach it to Milotic. I really don't. I'd rather teach it to Bebarrel or our Popsqueak. But we really don't have a choice in the matter. I like Recover, as a matter of fact. I guess we'll get rid of Rain Dance. Alrighty, so we're probably going to do the full tour in the next episode of all the regions in Sinnoh, but I wanted to tie up some loose ends here. So, you always have to see if there's a corner that has a patch of grass. Let's see. There we go. Okay, I don't know the kind of Pokemon you can get from this route, but this Pokeball is TM38 Fire Blast. We already taught Fire Blast to Houndoom, so no worries there, but now for the main story. This cavern right here has opened up. Verity Cavern. Now, Verity probably comes from the Latin veritas, which means truth, and you can see the Pokemon Mesprit that has aided us so many times to stop Master Cyrus. Now, we're going to talk to Mesprit, but this is not going to engage in a battle. It's going to record Mesprit for the Pokedex, and someone's going to give us some wisdom.
Alex, that was Mesprit, wasn't it? You've accomplished what I've asked you to do at the Canal of Library. I asked you to get data on the Pokemon of the lake, and you did. But it didn't provide any answers about the mysteries of evolution. I still don't know why some Pokemon evolve and others don't. Ultimately, it only deepened the mystery. But having mysteries to solve, that adds to my enjoyment. Alex, why don't you chase after Mesprit? To me, it seemed as if it wanted to play with you. If you were to use the Pokechap marking map, you'd be able to track the movements of Pokemon. What? You don't have the marking map? You should occasionally pay visits to the Pokech Company, you know? Go on, Alex. I'm sure you will keep meeting countless Pokemon and people. Those encounters will keep thrilling you in their own special ways. I hope you'll enjoy that experience. Take care, Alex.
Okay, he was absolutely correct. We do need the marking map. We're going to go ahead and take care of that. By the way, there are, of course, two other lakes. Lake, I don't remember the name of these. Valor, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity. But Mesprit is somewhere in the Sinnoh region. It is incredibly difficult to catch Mesprit, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to do so, but just not in this episode. I just wanted to make sure it was off in the wild, just as something to do. Okay, let's see. That's actually not where I wanted to go. I'm going to kind of speed this up just a tad. I can't speed this up. What we're going to do for the rest of the episode is I think I'm going to introduce you to the underground. I think it's about time. I think it's an important part of the game, and I said I wanted to do it in a couple of episodes, so we're going to do it. Now, after you win gym battles, he's going to start developing more and more apps, so just keep talking to him. Okay, marking map. I guess I'll keep talking to him. Really don't want to, but... Yep. I kind of like the Pokech app, or at least the idea. Link Searcher is now kind of not useful anymore because of the whole Nintendo Wi-Fi connections. Move Tester is actually pretty useful. It basically tells you what types are super effective against which other types. Okay. So that's pretty much it. You're no longer useful to me, but just to kind of show off the marking map, I have no idea where it is. That's the memo pad calculator, time. Okay, so as you can see, an example like fire would be not very effective against fire, but Pokemon have two types. So if I change this to, say, water, then it's really not very effective. So these exclamation points essentially tell you kind of how strong something is. This is going to do half the damage. That's going to do a fourth of the damage. This is regularly effective, so it does 1 time damage. That does twice damage, and then, let's see, that does 4 times damage, just so you know. Okay, so, pretty boring, right? I mean, if you wanted to track like a location, like let's say that you were hunting for berries, and you knew that you had some berries right there, I think there's another app that'll do that, but you can mark a location. It doesn't seem very important, right? Well, take a couple of steps, and then notice you have a pussycat right here. Except that pussycat is none other than Mesprit. Now watch what happens when I go to a new route. So I'm going to test this out just to kind of show you. So if you wanted to get a head start. So I'm going to go to this new route. Watch what happens. So this is where it is right now. Watch. Boom. It jumped off somewhere. Vesper, Euxine, Azulf are psychic types, so that's not crazy to think that it has teleportation characteristics, but yeah. Now we're going to go ahead and show you the feature of the underground. Now to do that, we're probably going to need to go to Eterna City because that guy is going to be so happy that we decided to take him up on his quest. But before that, I have to think to myself, are there any areas using rock climb that... And I think the answer is no. No. Okay. If I change my mind, I'll let you know, but I don't think there's anything in that area. Okay, so this is the old guy's house. We're gonna go ahead and follow his instructions and just kind of go underground. Hopefully this doesn't crash my game. I am playing on an emulator, but I can speed this up. So, cut my own hair. I didn't want it as a buzz cut. I wanted it a little bit longer in the front, but if you notice something different, there you go. Hi, you're the one that didn't want to give me a gym badge. Hey Alex, is this maybe your first time here? Welcome to Sinnoh's Underground. Oh, where is this, you ask? Doesn't the radar make it obvious? This is the giant underground network of passages underneath Sinnoh. Yeah, so when you see those like steam tunnel vents above ground, that has a direct link to the underground. You can do pretty much anything you want down here. For instance, you can dig up treasures, spheres, and make a secret base. You can play with your friends down here too. You should talk to the underground man in Eterna City. I have to get going now. I'll see you around. We also learned that he's actually related to the miner guy, as well as Byron. So, okay, now if you start walking around, you're going to notice some sparkly things that are yellow or a different color. So those are going to be treasures. And since I can't access them because this is essentially wall and bedrock, this entire area is closed off to us. So if you want to access it, you have to go to a different part of Sinnoh. So since I can't access that, we have nothing else to do except to go up. So we are going to go through this tutorial because why not? We can kind of talk while we do this. This is kind of a low-key episode. Let me mentor you as you become a full-fledged spelunker. Will you take on that challenge? Okay. So, we already accomplished it, so we can already talk to him. Actually, we can accomplish pretty much everything he's going to ask us to do, and we can just keep talking to him. Okay, gives us a couple of traps. Now, these traps are best when you have other people to play with. Okay, there are many hidden things down there that are not visible to the eye. For my next test, I want you to dig up some treasure or spheres for me. While underground, check the radar for yellow spots. Go to such a location and search for treasure using the touchscreen. Okay. So we have to kind of use this every single time, etc., etc. You do have to save the game in case it does crash. Okay, so let's see. Really? Oh man, that's not good. I can kind of traverse these areas kind of quickly, and I thought... There we go. Ah, but that's still not where I want it, right? I can't access any of this. It has to be able to recognize that. I've actually never really had this problem before. Okay, now, that guy right there is going to trade you if you have spheres or treasures. Since we have none of that, we have to keep going along. Okay, here we go. Now, if you are in a region that you think should have a treasure, like that, we apparently triggered a trap right there, but there's a lot more. You just have to touch. So if you see any white marks, that indicates a trap. I wish I could find one for you. Okay, can't really find one for you, but if it's on the wall, you just have to talk to the wall, and we want to try digging into it. Now, there's no time limit, but there is a touch limit, basically. So I'm going to kind of explain what each of these do. Okay, so so I think it said there were 3 items found. So this one is essentially for wider area, but it uses up more of the crack in the wall, okay? If this reaches all the way to the end right here, then you're done. The wall is going to collapse and you have to go to a different place. So I'm just going to tap it a couple of times until that's the end. Anytime you see white, that's the end. Wow, I'm really not digging anything up, am I? Man. Okay, there we go. So, since I dug it up, I'm going to use the smaller pickaxe, which uses less on the wall. Like that. Maybe I'll just kind of explore. Okay, so let's see if I can dig this one up. Okay, not very useful so far, but... Ooh, okay, so we ran out of time, unfortunately, or I guess space. We got a green sphere size 4. They go up to 99, I believe, and a green sphere size 2. Okay, so I'm going to keep digging just a little bit. You can find some pretty cool items here. Spheres are probably the least cool that you can find, but any luck? These are not items, by the way. They'll just make noises. Like that. Like that. Okay. I tend to use this one a lot, or I guess too much. Okay. If you're very careful and you're conservative about your taps, you should be fine. Okay. Red sphere size 2, green sphere size 2. You should be able to get like higher spheres, I'm guessing probably after you defeat the League. 4 confirmed. Okay. Let's take a look here. That's a big sphere. Alright, let's see. Now, obviously, I don't want to miss anything, but... Ooh, that is exactly what I wanted. Okay, red sphere size 10, pale sphere size 7, green sphere size 19, and a heart scale. Okay, apparently my game just restarted. I have no idea why, but thankfully the OBS connection is still here, so you can still see this on the video. Okay. Now I'm a little confused. So I'm guessing it didn't register any of that, right? Okay. So I'm probably going to end up cutting to when we find some spheres, just because I don't know why that happened. Shouldn't have happened. Alright, I guess I'll see you when we come up with more treasures. I guess it didn't like us having a heart scale. Wait, what? Okay. You know what? I showed you the underground. That's probably enough for this episode, just to kind of get you the idea there. I apologize. I have to dig into this, no pun intended, to figure out the issue. But we did technically go underground, at least for a little bit, dug up some treasure, experienced some traps, as well as defeated our last and final gym leader and getting the final HM. So in the next episode, either we'll explore the underground some more, or we'll start traversing Sinnoh using rock climb and waterfall. See you there. Have a great rest of your day.